Missy Cerveza.
It's time for the beer podcast, Morty.
Worst beer podcast ever.
Steve and Adam, funny guys.
Hop Nation USA, beer podcast leaders for over 5 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to another fantastic episode of the Hop Nation USA podcast. I am your host, Adam, and this is episode, 266? That sounds about right.
You did it.
I did do it. I looked it up beforehand. See, I'm starting to learn.
Oh, well, you pulled back the curtain. You come in all tentative, and you're like, oh, I don't know what episode it is. What episode could it be? Is it 266? I guess it is. But then you're like, I looked it up. Mm-hmm.
You gonna box my ears now?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're an Irish cop.
Well, I'm doing you. You're Irish.
This is true. I've checked.
I'm doing you. But it wasn't the hard Irish. It was just little Irish.
What the hell's the difference?
Oh, hard Irish. That's be, well, you got to take your eyes and, look up to God. That's how you see Jesus. That's the hard Irish.
And then spell whiskey wrong.
Yeah.
All right. That's Steve.
Hello.
He's happy to be here.
Yes.
Actually, might be for once.
Who knows? It's all right.
I do. I think you're feeling good.
I think it's going to be a fun episode because it's not just you and I.
Yes, we are not just talking at each other.
Yeah, the episodes get better with more people, and we've added 2.
We have 2 of the best here in the city of Pittsburgh. We have guests from the Decayin with the Boys podcast. We got Matt. We got Adam. Welcome.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us back on.
Welcome back.
Fun. Yes. I came back to dominate, and I snuck into your house, Adam.
No, I had to let you in.
No, you didn't. I snuck in.
You couldn't open a door that was unlocked.
You're talking a lot about the way I snuck in. I snuck in successfully.
By knocking gently and waiting patiently.
And guess what happened? You let me in. That's enough.
You did fall for his bruise in that case.
I guess.
He might be a vampire.
Yeah. He's like, come on, buddy. Let me.
Hey, do you have any garlic in there? I just want to make sure.
You might want to throw that shit away, bro.
Shameful. Getting tricked by vampires, being light Irish. See what happens with you.
Fat vampire, too, by the way. Like, I'm not a small vampire.
You've gotten invited in a lot of times.
I have. I've been eating.
So that's why it was scary in Russia when people were fat.
Yes.
They just assumed they were vampires.
Mm-hmm.
All makes sense now.
That comes together. I get it. Oh, with that, though, we'll be talking with Decayin with the boys. They'll be here all episode doing fun things with us. But one of those fun things is we're going to have another beer showdown, a little head-to-head. We got some beers provided to us by Brian Llewellyn. Last time he was here as a guest, he brought us some stuff.
And now we're going to drink said stuff.
Yeah, but it's all high-octane fucking goose shit, so...
That's why we brought other people in.
Yeah. Need help. But why don't you tell everybody what this high-octane nitro fucking who's a McGig
is? Who's a McGig? Is that a technical term?
That's my new one.
All right. So this comes to us from Land Grant Brewing. This is their batch 1000. It is a smoked maple imperial stout that is brewed with maple syrup and oaked smoked wheat malt.
Those are all words I enjoy.
Yes, me too.
Samesies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you another word that you like. 11.
Yes.
Because that's the ABV.
Dope.
She's a big hitter. Columbus is bringing the ruckus.
Yeah, we had Land Grant one time, long time ago. You go find that episode. I don't know what number it is.
Yeah.
198. Try
Sure.
it.
You know what?
Check it out.
That's a good marker.
Yeah, go check it out.
I just Googled it. You're right.
Sure, thanks. But yeah, they do pretty decent stuff out of there. So we're going to check out this one, and then we'll have another one in the second segment, also from Land Grant, also in this same fucking crazy-ass series.
Big hitter.
Yeah, so we're drinking big-ass stouts, big-ass crazy stouts, but we're starting with smoked maple first. So let's open it up.
Right now.
We have the batch 1000 by Land Grant, poured up, ready to go. Fucking oil-ass thick.
Yes, it is. And it is glorious.
No light gets through it. Looks like a fucking stout. Has a really deep, rich head that looks like a fucking barely milked coffee.
You say a barely milked coffee?
Yeah, like a coffee, but it's got some milk in it.
Like they
but just barely.
They just walked it past the creamer?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You can't milk coffee.
I was going to ask you, how would you milk coffee?
You don't. You don't.
It's just a splish of cream.
It is That's a thick boy. Opaque is all get out. I mean, it's darker than night, but the flavors are actually pretty subtle. I mean, they all kind of play pretty well, but then like the roastiness on the back end really sticks around for a while. I'm liking it. But the other thing too I like about it, especially this high ABV with this kind of adjuncty stuff in there, is that it coats my tongue, so I get to continue to have the flavor develop as I'm drinking it. So I'm really liking this.
Yeah, on the nose, I get a bit of the smoke, but also I get some hotness. But
booze hot, not spice hot.
No. But like you're saying, yeah, it coats the back of your tongue like heavily.
Yeah.
And you get like a lot of that roastiness. I'm not finding a whole lot of maple.
No, neither am I.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting a decent bit of smoke, not a lot. And then I'm wondering if the maple will show up as it warms up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm guessing on. But I'm getting a little bit of that alcohol burn in the back of my throat.
Yeah. I'm not getting too much alcohol burn, but I just on the nose,
Just
it
that
smells.
heat, just a little bit of heat.
It's not obnoxious, but it's present.
And I'd say, I think like the little bit of smoke is because they smoke the oat in it,
Yes.
but like that's probably not the entire grain bill. Whereas like a Schlenkerla, I think it's the entire grain bill that's smoked.
And unfortunately, I don't know what they have in the grain bill. Trying to find information on the online. Yeah, oats.
Smoked oats, and then other things.
Yeah, question mark.
Probably fucking a shitload of 2-row.
It's always 2-row. That's how they get you. But yeah, all in all, good beer. I don't know that I could hammer a 4-pack of this.
No,
You can.
like
Yes,
just-
you
I
can.
could.
Yeah.
I'd hit the 4 cans and then I'd hit the floor.
Yep.
But
hell yeah.
and I wouldn't need dinner. This would fill you up.
My stomach would be so distended. I would just be sitting there like, oh my God, what is going on with my life?
Just having a land grant, baby.
Yep, pretty much.
It's definitely a race between does the alcohol get you first or does the sugars make you go sleep? Do you hit fucking drunkenness or do you hit fucking sleepy diabetes
Sugar-
time?
Yeah, that sugar.
I feel like sleepy diabetes starts off and then drunkenness just pushes it over the edge.
Yeah, tag teams you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hangover would be epic.
Oh,
Give me that
absolutely.
That's a 2-dayer.
Eat a whole box of Cheez-Its.
This is why they need to start packaging this goof ass shit with like so you get the 4-pack ring, right?
Mhm.
And then in the center ring, in the connector,
Yeah.
just a little key bump. Just
okay.
just a little tutor to keep you going through the whole 4-pack.
Keep up and maybe a little syringe of insulin.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect. That sounds like a weekend.
I was ready to say, like, is like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and a 4-pack is pretty sweet.
Yeah. But all right, this is pretty decent.
It is.
And we'll check out the other one that we got from Brian in the next segment. But for now, it's time for news, notes, and neat. And let's start off with Decayin with the boys, but more specifically Bash Brew. You got some news coming up this weekend. What's happening this weekend?
We have Brewing Up a Cure coming up here on October 8th at the Energy Innovation Center in Pittsburgh. If you just Google Brewing Up a Cure 2022, it'll take you to a link to get tickets. They're still available. I think VIP and general admission.
Sick.
So come on out. We'll be pouring a pumpkin roll stout. Kind of
Yeah.
close to this, but only 8%.
Right.
And then we have an English dark mild.
Well, we've had your Shat Faced on the show before,
Yeah.
which is what you'll be pouring up, and yeah, that's a damn good pumpkin
Yeah,
beer.
it's
so.
a good one.
It came out well this year, if I say so myself, and I'm pretty critical about. I'm pretty happy. I was not happy with it last year. I am happy with it this year.
It's really good, man. Yeah.
But yeah, so come on out and say hi. And I think we have like 8 professional breweries and then 30 some home brewers.
Oh wow,
Right on.
they let the pros in.
Yeah, we got
I
a
didn't
couple
know
of
that.
pros coming. So.
Sick.
So are they coming representing the professional brewers? Or are they coming in as home brewers?
No, they're coming in representing
Okay.
their breweries, or there's Laurel Highlands Mead is also.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right on.
And
yeah. I
we
think
have-
they've always been there.
Yeah,
like because I
yeah.
remember way back in one of the first ones I went to, they had like a fucking habanero mead. Which is like the first thing that got me started down the world of mead. I was like, that's crazy. I didn't know they could do a thing like that.
they bring some amazing stuff out to festivals.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely worth checking them out. I'm sure like maybe Arsenal's there too with Cites.
I'm pretty sure there is a cider house, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's them.
Yeah. Just because it's hard to find representation for Cites. So it's always you got to get Apis and Arsenal and Threadbare and Laurel Highlands out there to fucking represent Cites and meads. They're not easy to find in the homebrew world.
It's true. Well, that's a mantle you can pick up.
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
lazy.
All right.
No. I drink them. I don't make them. Meats take too long.
I honestly don't know if meats take that long.
Meats take longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, longer than beer. Cider, though, I think you'd be.
No, cider is about the same.
Yeah.
No.
I just don't want to fucking get into the whole mushing apples.
No, me neither.
Barefoot and apples.
Yeah.
Steve retires from the podcast game, just smushing apples.
Well, yeah, like when I do retire, I'll have more time on my hands. So then I got to get into something.
Oh, Stevie's Sidey House. And you
Yeah.
can have a cool jingle. Stevie's
Yeah.
Sidey House. That's pretty cool. Ah,
I
it
would
works.
go.
I
I
workshop
would
it,
go.
but yeah.
I'm a PR machine.
Yeah.
You know?
Be more like Stevie Sidey time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have these old world things holding me down. I got to be disrupting the cider fucking verse, whatever.
The multiverse of cider.
Yeah.
Break that shit up.
I got to disrupt the cider verse, coming in as a disruptor with a brand new product. It would be cider, but with weed.
It's all crab apples and ganja.
Yeah.
Still the number one seller.
This shit tastes terrible, but still better than, like Natural Light or American. So that's fine.
It's just going to be your tobacco.
Hell yes.
It's terrible, but I can't stop consuming it.
Give me a bushel or a pack or whatever it is.
Yeah. After the third one, you just stop feeling anything. So it's great.
Perfect. That's what I'm looking for.
Right. Well, yeah, again, go check out Brewing Up a Cure. My seed. Nope, that doesn't work.
Nope, that's not talk about your seed.
Yeah.
No, do
But
it.
maybe.
Do it.
Because it's spelled CEED.
We don't have closed captioning.
I know, but that's why I'm saying it out loud for the people. It's CEED. Seed. Cider weed. It's my thick seed. That's when it's over 8%.
I am no longer interested.
Whatever.
Seed me, daddy. That's
I do not think the people at Brewing Up a Cure enjoy this.
Let me get that seed in my mouth.
Yeah. See? It works.
been waiting all day for that seed.
I can guzzle seed all day. See? It's great. This is great marketing.
It's definitely a t-shirt.
Yeah.
This seed's good, hot or cold.
Like my seed with a little bit of cinnamon. But Brewing Up a Cure, go get tickets and support cystic fibrosis. So yeah, check that out this weekend. It's a great time. I love that event, and hopefully I'll be able to make it. I have plans on, but whatever. I'm poor and shitty.
Just poor and shitty.
Yeah, I'm poor and shitty. People know this about me. Moving on to other news.
Yes.
Adam, do you have a news?
I've got a quick one. Evil Geniuses, they're doing another collab. They're going to be hooking up with White Castle. They make the sliders, the little burgers. Those are nice. And they're coming out with and I don't understand this beer at all, but it is a 6.5% tangerine IPA called It Hits Different. What the hell does a tangerine IPA have to do with White Castle?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was going to say, do they have some sort of smoothie?
No.
I'm not familiar with the
no.
White Castle menu. I ate it once and it left me real quick.
Yeah.
I never ate it again.
Yeah.
I've eaten it a couple times, and it's always gross,
Yeah.
but I love it. One time I got in a loop. I was in Brooklyn, and I was eating at a White Castle in Brooklyn, and they had a thing where they give you a receipt, and you call the number on the receipt, and you get 2 free more burgers, right? But then after you do it with the free ones, you still get it again. You just
I can see
could infinite loop all you can eat White Castle.
Perpetual sliders.
They fucked up.
That's a check.
Perpetual motion, dude.
It's perpetual motion until you gotta go doo-doo, but yeah. Eventually
Even then,
you
you
get
still
sick.
have that receipt on backup.
Yeah.
And they have an app now, I'm sure, so you can order while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, it has nothing. This is the worst of brand
Yes, it is.
like bullshit, because it's just we're pairing a name with a company, and then they're going to brew something, but it has nothing to do with the other.
They're just looking for a name bump. That's
yeah,
all.
Yeah, yeah. And I think they're partially picking this up because the last time White Castle tried to make a beer was with Weyerbacher.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well, Weyerbacher, they kind of
yeah, well, they went double bankrupt in 3 years. So
not just regular bankrupt,
Yeah.
double bankrupt.
double secret probation bankrupt. So,
Except everybody knew about it.
yeah. Lots of people knew.
But I think White Castle really missed a marker because if you would have just did something very simple like a Pilsner
Mhm.
with that, because I
That
mean,
pairs well with a burger.
right,
yeah.
exactly. You do that. And plus, who are you getting to come eat White Castle often? You're getting usually people who are passing through. You're getting like college kids, something getting a lot of food. What do college kids like? Light beers, and you can make it shitty too. Like,
Yeah.
Shitty and cheap.
Yeah,
Premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Premium.
That's the biggest problem. They didn't make this cheap enough. It's like $12 for a 6-pack
Right.
for a tangerine IPA. Obviously, I mean that's just going to sell just being a tangerine IPA.
Mm.
But like if you made it a cheap shitty Pilsner or like something like that or a cream ale and just made it like I don't know $10 for a 15-pack, then you're really getting in the
Getting in the spirit.
I'd be making a
Yeah.
drive.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go for that.
Mhm.
Shitty yellow fuzzy
Mhm.
beer.
Yeah,
that's
just reliving your
You're gonna
college
drink it
days.
with a good burger, but
Yeah, I'll show up and be like, "You want burgers too?" No.
And see, the other thing is White Castle on their menu, they have a thing called the Crave Case. And it's like 50 of those shitty little burgers.
Mhm.
And you can just smoke doinks and fucking eat burgers all you want. And they should have really thought about this more because then you could have made a Crave Case of this beer.
Okay, you've been working this for like 3 minutes and you already got 8 better ideas.
I know this.
So my last pitch for this, just go back if you really want to get namesakes up here. You do the Harold and Kumar special, you do the Crave box, and then you team up with Sweetwater 420, and you have Sweetwater 420 beer with the Crave box called the Harold and Kumar special. Thank you very much. I'll collect my checks.
Yes.
I think you guys are both doing better than Evil Genius right now. I know who's going on single probation bankruptcy.
I completely agree with you, Matt, but I think because of the market Sweetwater's in, it's Crystal.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, it's just that's all. It's the market they're in. But
I'm cool with it.
yeah, White Castle is up here in the northeast.
The Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mid Atlantic.
So it's out now. This episode will be out on a Friday.
Yeah,
So it's out now. Go get it if you want it.
sure, try it out.
Or
It's-
don't if you don't.
you're not going to be impressed. You're not going to love this. This isn't like the Southern Grist Hardy's pair up
Right.
where they made a strawberry jam biscuit ale. Like whether it's good or not, at least it fucking applies to Hardy's.
Yeah, it was like a legitimate tie-in.
Yeah.
If it's Southern Grist, I have some faith in that.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. They do make good beer as well. So
So best of luck to everybody.
yeah, best of luck. I hope you
Whatever.
make your money that you want.
Hope you don't miss the money you spend on the beer.
Yeah.
Oh, you will.
Okay, I got a deuce.
Okay. Is it a good one?
It is a good one.
Oh.
It's something I actually found super interesting, and maybe Bashline, you have more to say about this when we talk about it. But the Belgian scientists are at it again, or for the first time. Depends on how much of this you know about already.
For the first time again.
Yeah, but Belgian scientists have been mutating beer yeast.
Oh.
Yes. And they're doing it this time because they found they're looking at the way CO2 pressurizes beer.
Mhm.
And because of the way we brew beer nowadays, we brew it in pressurized tanks, and the pressure in those tanks like dampens the flavors.
Mhm.
They found that there's a gene in a specific beer yeast that preserves the banana flavors of that yeast
Oh.
and pushes back against the CO2. It's like a regulator for the CO2.
Fights the man. I get it.
Yeah, fights the man. It's good. Then they took CRISPR,
Oh no.
yeah, and got into the real science fiction bullshit of editing the gene into other beer yeasts.
Oh.
And then they found that those beer yeasts were able to preserve their flavors as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. So yeah, it improved their flavors and everything. Is this something I just wanted to ask Bashline because you're the most brewerist of us all, but
Most breweries.
yeah, is this something that you found like when you're brewing? Like, have you ever had this trouble with too much CO2 when you're fermenting?
I don't pressure ferment right now.
Okay.
So I don't have that. But if it could somehow fight off oxygen from breaking into the beer, like that would really help in like a New England IPA mostly. Like
Okay.
those ones are very susceptible to oxygen. Like it'll kill your hop flavor and hop aroma real easy.
Right.
And I know some American yeast scientists have made like different genetically modified yeast to like bump up what they call thiol production, which are those juicy, fruity aromas. So it sounds like the Belgians are just doing that,
Yeah.
sweeping it across the board
Yeah.
for like an MTO selection, which is really cool. So I bet you if it's helping preserve the flavors from pressure, it would probably also protect them from oxygen, I would imagine.
Right on.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I was reading some of the other things that they figured out already was like they found a way to identify like rose flavor production in the yeast.
Interesting.
So like it boosts up rose flavors from yeast strains.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
And then they also improved thermotolerance.
Okay.
So like the yeast will work at, even more extreme temperatures.
So it's a super yeast.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to jump back though. You mentioned the thiol production and I was reading another article, but it was too much for news, but we can talk a little bit about it. I was reading about the new Phantasm.
Yes.
It's not even a hop, but it's a byproduct of like grapevines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the grape musk. And
Yeah.
it's specifically from, there's people that know better than, they might
I think
be
it's
called
New
Phantasm
Zealand.
grapes, but it's a New Zealand grape.
Yeah. It's the Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, so it's just a byproduct, and I've had it in a few beers, pro and homebrew, and it works. It makes the thing,
and it
dank.
really bumps up those
It
flavors.
bumps up the dankness, bumps up like that stone fruit,
hmm
the juiciness.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
it's
had
impressive.
it yet. Yeah, I haven't had it yet. So I guess I was just going to ask, like, had you had it and had you fucked with it?
yeah. I have not fucked with it yet. But
Okay.
I have consumed a bunch of it.
Okay, right
And
on.
I probably will come springtime. I'll get back into IPAs again.
Nice. Yeah.
So, Steve, the yeast that you were talking about, is that still in the lab or is that starting to get into commercial and personal
I don't
use?
think it's commercially approved yet.
Okay.
It's just a thing that they figured out.
Gotcha. So, coming
Yeah.
attraction.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, if they're figuring out ways to preserve flavors and boost flavors, then it may come to where, like, you don't have to, A, monitor your fermentation as much, or B, add as many adjuncts.
Okay.
Because you might be able to just get it out of the yeast without, having to do anything.
Like save yourself some money from dry hopping.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
you might just preserve some of that hop.
Right.
Use a lighter dry hop. Everybody saves money. The
Yeah.
flavor's better.
Yeah, it just
Beautiful
preserves
place.
it from the
Win-win.
whirlpool too, maybe. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
and probably the other thing is maybe just like they'll last on the shelf longer. Like they'll maintain flavor on the shelf longer
Mhm.
because if like it's fighting CO2 pressurization, then when it's bottled,
Right.
maybe it just regulates how much it ferments afterwards, secondary in the bottle and preserves flavors that way. So
All right. Can we call it Nate Dogg?
you sure?
Because it regulates.
Regulators.
Nice.
I insist that there be a barley wine duo of Nate Dogg and Warren G. But yeah, I mean, that was just my one thing that I actually got interested and excited about because I like dumb nerd science shit.
You come to the right
yeah,
place.
yeah, and I knew we would have somebody on that could talk a little bit about it as
Oh,
well.
yeah, that sounds great.
And Matt's here too.
Yeah, Matt's here too.
I'm down to talk about stuff. I did, and then you talking about, we did talk a little sciencey stuff whenever we had Jen and Mike on our podcast. We talked about a yeast strain that's actually bumping up the stone fruit flavors.
Yeah, styles. I already talked about it and you napped on us.
I did. I was trying to figure out how Steve was trying to take the premise for Jurassic Park and make it about like yeast strains. But they split the atoms thing and then they found the mosquito and the amber and drilled in and made a T-Rex and now we're all gonna die.
I mean, we can go into your wheelhouse. Is there any new brewery cleansers on the market that help clean the fermenters?
Oh yeah, tons. If you search on I like to call it Amazon, you can find them and just really
Amazon.
cheap packs.
Because I'm amazed.
Yeah. super rich, and I have a Christmas list which I have sent to you and you should read. It is the season.
Sure thing, brother.
I got one more little hitter.
All right. I like little hitters.
Yeah, it's just about GABF.
Oh, all
That's
right.
this weekend.
That's a Great
this
American
week.
Beer Fest, isn't it?
Yeah, Great American Beer Fest is back. 40th year anniversary.
Good for them.
Everybody's having a good time. There's like 5 PA breweries out there representing.
Anybody of note?
It's all from the other fucking side of the state. So it's like
okay.
2SP, Conshohocken, Lion's Head's out there.
Yeah.
With
interesting.
their Lion's Head Deluxe Pilsner.
Hell yeah.
And as well as Lion's Head Light and IPA and something else I forgot.
They're going to win with puzzles.
Sure. They win the puzzles category. And Trogs is out there.
All right.
And the thing of note there is they have Mad Elf on tap. So everybody from other states can come in and get Mad Elf now.
There we go.
Bastards.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going on right now as you listen.
Mhm.
So we don't have fucking
Results or anything?
we don't have medal lists. Talk about it next week.
Or the week after?
Yeah.
We don't
see.
know yet.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's your news, notes, and needs for the weeks.
Yeah. Does anybody else have anything else?
You got anything extra?
No.
Scott, see anything? See any good movies or anything?
Oh.
So, being a horror movie buff, this is tough for me to admit, but I
Yeah.
never watched The Descent all the way through.
Really?
Oh, wow. So I did that this weekend when I was bored, and it's great. And then I watched The Descent too. And
was
I was like,
terrible.
gosh, and I did that.
It's okay.
That's a pretty
I
steep
did
drop off.
after
It's a
I
steep
watched
drop off, but it's
after I
okay.
watched it. I learned it was a straight to DVD release, and I was like,
Yes.
okay, it's
That
not.
makes sense.
It's not too bad for a straight to
Who
DVD.
the fuck gets tricked into going back into the murder cave? The lead actress of the fucking second movie. That's who.
But you see, she's prepared this time.
Oh yeah, we're all prepared for the psychopathic blind bat creatures.
Yeah, but nothing-
Spoilers.
And
Oh,
she's
sorry,
already
everybody.
and she's already mapped the cave.
Yeah.
She's climbed the cave already. She knows how it goes.
Did she already come in bloody from the first one too? Like she can't have a shower first.
Maybe she got a taste for it.
So I like this.
Carry 2.
I do have tickets for Terrifier 2 and Halloween Ends already, so
Nice.
I'm gearing up for
Nice.
movie season.
Nice.
Yeah, friend of our podcast, David Howard Thornton, starring in Terrifier 2.
Why do you sound super excited?
I am. No, I love Terrifier. I'm really happy for him and Damien for that movie. It's already getting great ratings. I have a ticket as well in my shopping cart. I'm gonna
In your
buy
cart.
it at Amazon.
At Amazon. It's fucking 2 hours and plus, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 hours and
It's a
20
long
minutes.
one. Yeah, they basically made a promise. Like if you liked the gore and the over the topness of the first movie, just wait till we put the second one out. And from all the critical reviews so far, they've delivered on that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm honest. I'm not a big fan of the first one.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We all
I'm willing to give this one a chance, but
we all have opinions.
yeah. Yeah.
So keep them to yourself, though.
It's my show. I have the microphone. Terrifier 1 sucks.
I have a microphone too.
It's my microphone.
Sorry. All right. Fuck.
Nah, it's okay. No, I'm gonna watch it anyway. So it's like, yeah, they still have me sold enough. But
It's fun. I mean, even if it's schlocky horror movies are still fun. So
yeah.
And I think the new Hellraiser's out as everybody's listening. to
That
this.
yes, as you're listening, the new Hellraiser is out.
And I've heard only good things about
yeah,
that. Actually,
yeah, exactly.
for straight to Hulu, that's impressive.
Right.
So.
Look, there's no way that franchise can't go up at this point.
Oh
so
yeah, definitely.
God, yeah.
That's true.
Revolutions.
Ugh. Yuck. But let's come back to the Land Grant Brewing Company and their batch 1000, the smoked maple imperial stout brewed with maple syrup and oak smoked wheat.
That is
Oak.
tough to say, isn't it?
Yeah, oak smoked wheat, whatever.
Smoked wheat.
Oak.
It should be oak. Maybe is that a typo?
No,
Shouldn't
it's
it be-
oak. It's oak smoked.
okay.
Yeah, oak smoked. I thought it was oat smoked.
I thought it was oat too.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie
Oh, oak. That
artichoke.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, what everybody think about it?
I waited for the maple to come out,
Mhm.
and I even like kind of held on to my taster for a while to try to heat it up in my hand a little bit, and I still couldn't get it as much as I wanted it. But the other flavors still stayed pretty consistent. I just didn't get the maple like I wanted to, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a good beer. It just doesn't quite hit that maple note that I continue to look for, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, I agree. But as it warmed up, I did smell it more.
Mhm.
but I didn't taste it anymore. It just feels like the beer got a little sweeter though.
Yeah.
But you don't taste the actual maple.
Yeah, fully agree. Enjoyable beer. I'll eventually get through a 4-pack, but that's not a one-nighter.
Yeah, well, hey, he's got the holidays coming up.
I know my limits.
Yeah. So you can have one for Thanksgiving, one for Crimbus, and one for New Year's, and then one for Valentine's.
You could just have a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And everybody has a Merry Crimbus with the oak, smoke, boat, batch 1000.
You got it. You got there.
Nailed it.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break and we'll come back segment 2. And like I said, we'll have the counterpart to this Land Grant beer, but also we're going to play a game.
I fucking knew it. Like,
Of course you are.
I trained for it. I have no idea what it is, but I'm ready.
yeah, I've been doing push-ups.
Yeah.
Because I beat your ass.
You will.
Well, who knows? You don't know what the game is.
Well, no, he just met out in the driveway afterwards.
Fair enough.
Oh, come on.
You either win or you lose.
I'll fucking lose it.
All right. Let's take a break.
Welcome back to the Joe Tutorial.
Whoa, Matt, this isn't an episode. It's a trailer.
Well, what the hell's a trailer, Adam?
It's where we tell people what they can expect from our podcast, Decayin with the Boys.
Well, they can expect to hear us talk shop on pro wrestling, craft beer, horror movies, and pop culture, like Britney Spears' creepy father and stuff like that.
We've literally never talked about Britney, but we do take our shots at everything else you said.
Well, then I guess I can also tell them they can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Anchor FM.
And don't forget to find us on all social media at Decayin WTB.
Cheers.
Welcome back, everybody. Hop Nation USA is the podcast. Decayin with the Boys is the guest. It's
Yeah.
round 2. Are we ready for round 2 beers?
Yes.
It's 2 claps.
2 claps.
Thanks for trying that.
He got some of the words, so that's it shows he listens, but just not well.
I appreciate
That's
it.
the life I live.
Yeah. The round 2 beer, though, is also from Land Grant Brewing, and it's also part of the Batch 1000 series, which was brewed for LG7, which I can only imagine was their 7th year anniversary.
Of Land Grant?
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh. It is a chili imperial stout brewed with Ancho chilies and Tamarind. And also coming in at their 11%.
So for those of us that are stupid, what's a tamarind?
Tamarind is like a legume.
Oh, a peanut.
A little bit, yeah, but it's like a spicy and a fruity thing.
I guess completely wrong.
Checked out on that one?
No, I thought it was going to be like a little tangerine or something. I was just going to act like I knew until I tasted it.
You were shaking your head very confidently.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them little fruits.
No, I mean it's like a legumy fruit. So it's like kind of in between. It's not a nut, but
Okay.
it's a little spicy, tangy, sweetie boy. It's got a whole bunch of different flavors to it.
I love me some anchos, so
Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's make this happen.
Hell yeah. The Batch 1000 variant.
Yeah,
It's a variant, you know?
but it's still a stout.
Oh yeah, still a stout.
It looks just like the last one.
Yeah, it's all motor oil. You can't fucking tell the difference between
Right,
the two.
yeah.
You gotta smell them and taste them. On the nose, I still get that hotness, but I get a little bit of pepper.
A little bit. It's a bit of a subtle note there.
Way sweeter than I thought it was going to be.
Ooh,
That's them little oranges.
Them little guys.
that's some little oranges, not oranges.
Not yet.
Yeah, Adam, we put cuties in it.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
Plunk, plunk.
So yeah, I get the pepper aroma on the nose a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't get much of it in the flavor yet,
Neither do I.
Nor do I.
but I get like the what was it, tamarind?
Yeah, the
Is that how you say it?
tamarind. Yeah, there's definitely like a
Almost
tangy
comes
sweetness.
off like a tangy plum flavor. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a dark fruit, but
Mhm.
like with a little citrus zip.
yeah. There's definitely like a
So it's a I can't put my finger.
It
on what
surprised
is,
me a
but it's
little
good.
bit. Yeah,
I
it was
like it.
good, but I was kind of waiting for more of like a little bit of a spicier punch. Just a touch of more. Not that I want too much of it, but this is, like I said, it's sweeter than I
It is.
was
Yeah.
expecting.
But to be fair, when you're dealing with anchos, I mean, they're not
Yeah,
a high
true.
octane pepper.
Right.
That's true.
they're not. I was expecting like a smoky,
Yes.
Mhm.
like a smoky heat because they're the dried version of the poblano. So like they sit around for, but yeah. Otherwise,
I mean, it's still a good beer.
Oh yeah.
Let's be honest with
That,
ourselves.
Yeah.
It almost comes off like almost like a an English barley wine a little bit.
Yeah.
But it has the stout roast. And it's thicker. But
Yeah.
that dark fruit flavors hit me like a English barley,
Yeah.
which I have no complaints about.
None.
Not
It's
at all. Good beers. Good beer. All right. Time to move on to the game of the week.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is it?
Well, it's a fun game, and it's not.
Is it?
It's not too. It's fun for me,
Yeah, fun subjectives.
and it's not too dissimilar from a game we've played in the past. But this game is called "Is it a beer? Is it a horror movie on Tubi? Oh shit! Is it a wrestling pay-per-view?
Yes.
Or is it all three?"
Oh, absolutely. I love this game already. Halloween Havoc 92.
Steve does like us.
He does.
I decided I was doing something nice
Take
for a
back
change.
some of the things I said.
Yeah, no, you can take back some of the things. You don't have to take it all back. It's fine.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to shove this directly in my ass.
Armageddon.
Yeah, you get to find out how well you know all of this.
Not well.
So the way the game works though is I'll give you a title and it'll be a beer, a horror movie on Tubi, or a wrestling pay-per-view, or all three. If you can get it, you get 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss it, I'll go to the next person because there's enough choices that we can go all the way around.
All right.
That's true.
And the next people will get 1 point on a steal.
Cool. Okay.
So
That works.
but just an easy example would be Jack Frost. I think you can tell that that's not a wrestling pay-per-view.
Correct.
But it's such a common name that it is a beer and it is a horror movie on Tubi.
Yeah.
So
There's 3 of those fucking things, man.
there's a whole bunch of, there's even ones not even associated to the one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just a stolen name over and over. So.
Yeah, the one with Michael Keaton's the scariest one.
But does anybody want to go first?
Adam Bashline.
Yeah, I'll do.
Great.
He's probably starting easy. It's my hope.
You hope. Dead on Arrival.
I would guess that is a beer and a movie on Tubi.
A beer and a movie on Tubi is incorrect. Okay. Adam, Hop Nation.
I'm going to go with all 3.
That is also incorrect.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's just a movie on Tubi.
And that is also incorrect.
It's just a beer.
Is it?
That is also incorrect.
Wow. Okay, we suck.
Yeah.
Dead on Arrival is a beer.
Okay.
It is from the Iron Fire Brewery. There's a couple other ones, but this is double IPA from the Iron Fire Brewery. And it's a wrestling pay-per-view from GCW.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Gotta be careful. I will go deeper on you.
Let's say, what's a JCW?
I thought you were just doing surface shit. I didn't know you were digging deep. Now that I know, I'm going to get them all wrong still.
Yeah, we're going deep. The only things I disclude is, if it's not actually a horror movie, if it's not on Tubi, or if it's a homebrew that was listed on Untapped.
Yeah,
I don't count the homebrews.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
we name stuff all kinds
Yeah.
of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that means nobody gets points, but we're moving on to Hop Nation Adam.
All right.
Yours is Halloween Havoc.
Oh, shit. I'm going to say it is a beer and a pay-per-view.
Wow. And 2 points out the gate.
Nice.
Boom.
Damn it. Good job. Good job. That's a good
I need
one.
to find that beer.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah. Halloween Havoc, obviously the famous WCW pay-per-view that also gets rerun as NXT nowadays. And Chop Rope Brewing in England.
Ah.
They make a candy stout called Halloween Havoc.
Sounds like they would have
Nice.
a lot of wrestling themed beers.
I believe they do. On to Matt. Billy Club.
Billy Club.
Billy Club.
Billy Club. I'm going to say that's a Tubi horror movie and a beer.
And Matt's on the board with 2 points.
Yeah, baby.
You eliminated what I was going to say. If that was a no, I was just going to
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what
I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
It's really terrible.
Yeah, as a beer, it has a couple iterations from different breweries, but probably the most famous is McMenamin's. And then, as you already mentioned, you've seen it on Tubi, Bashline.
It had a really cool poster, but it was real shit.
It has a great poster, and the premise is a little league player kills his teammates, and then 15 years later comes back from the dead to kill the ones that he didn't.
Oh, good lord!
Sounds awesome. Great
Cool
poster.
premise.
Yeah,
Cool poster.
Poor execution.
Terrible movie.
there's not enough sports horror out there, and this one could have been it, but no.
Old Durham's pretty scary.
That's just aging and failure.
2 minutes for slashing is good.
That's a good one.
All right, back around. Bashline, yours is Evolution. Evolution.
I'm going to say that's a beer and a wrestling pay-per-view, Steve.
That would be incorrect.
I'm going to get shut the fuck out.
Hop Nation Adam for the steal.
What was the name again?
Evolution.
Evolution. I'm gonna go with all three.
That is also incorrect. Matt, steal.
Just a Tubi movie.
That's also incorrect. No points.
It's definitely got to be a beer.
It is definitely a beer. It's actually from Doc G's Brewery out of DuBois, PA. DuBois, PA, yeah.
Dubois.
It's a double IPA. And then it is a movie on Tubi, which is about aliens resurrecting the dead. So
Oh,
That old trope.
that old trope.
seen it once, seen it 1,000
Is
times.
this Life Force?
Yeah, that old trope.
I hope there's 20 of these so I can get one right.
How long does the game go, Steve?
There's 9 of them, so
Oh, nice.
You have an opportunity.
I got
got a chance possible. Hop Nation Adam,
Yes.
yours is Kill Switch.
Kill Switch.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna say just a beer.
Holy shit. 2 points.
Wow.
Boom.
Okay.
Team not Matt. I guess I could just say Team Adam.
Yeah, that's 2 points for the just the beer because the red IPA from Necromancer is the beer.
Boom.
And then, yeah, there is a movie on Tubi, but it's not a horror movie. It's a Steven Seagal movie. So,
He flips that switch with his feet.
yeah.
I'm going to do the splits after I eat this carrot.
I'm not getting up for this.
I punch like this.
No, you run at me, and then I take you down. All right, on our way to Matt.
I just want to get points.
You have points. You have 2.
I have two.
Yeah,
but
you
he
are
has
on the
4.
board.
Yours is Hardcore Justice.
That's such a cool name.
Hardcore Justice.
I really want to be all 3, but I know that it's not. I would say.
Do you?
There's-
Do you know it's not?
if there's a beer called Hardcore Justice, I want a case of it. I'm going to go with a horror movie and a wrestling promotion.
All right, that's wrong. Bashline.
Cool. You love it. It's like you're eating a sandwich you really
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Makes me so happy.
I know it's an old TNA pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But is it also a beer? Or is it all 3? That could be crazy.
That's not a great name for a horror movie. Sounds like an action movie.
Sure.
I would say just a beer
Just a
and a wrestling pay-per-view.
beer and a wrestling pay-per-view?
Yes.
Okay, that's wrong.
Hurts, doesn't it?
On to Hop Nation Adam.
Well, it's worked so well for me before. All 3.
Yeah, no. It's just the TNA Impact
pay-per-view.
from 2012.
Damn
Hardcore
it.
Justice.
Which was a good pay-per-view.
Such a good beer name.
Yeah. Abyss was really
Well,
good.
I'm taking that.
I was gonna
That's
say,
my beer
take
name
this.
now.
Just take it.
All right. Moving on. We're back to Bashline regular, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So yours is Karis Hell.
That's a cool name.
Just a Tubi movie.
Just the Tubi movie. And Bashline's on the board with 2 points.
Oh, man.
Well done. Well done.
I listen to my Halloween is forever.
Damn it. But also thank you.
It could have been a beer too, but I would have
Yeah.
killed that brewery.
Oh, yeah.
See, that is how you test your friends to see if they listen to your podcast. But yes, tune in
Could have
to
been a beer.
Yeah. Could have been a beer, but it's
I
not.
was hoping you were going to get it wrong because I knew the answer.
Tune in to Halloween is Forever on Monday as we talk about Carousel and Carousel the Second. It is also a film series that is made right here in southwestern PA.
I bumped into Meg this week. She said it was really good.
Yeah.
It is not.
And that's not exactly what she said.
They made it in Braddock.
She's like,
It is not, but that's why it's a punishment movie if you know the format of the show.
I'm going to watch it this week.
Yeah. So, Bashline's on board with 2 points. That ties him up with Matt with 2 points.
Fuck.
But Adam, Hop Nation, we're on to you.
Yes.
You're in the lead with 4. Yours is Wormwood.
Wormwood.
Fuck you, Matt.
Fuck you, Adam.
I'm gonna go with Tubi movie
Okay.
and a beer.
Incorrect.
Okay.
It totally sounds
It's
like
a
a
Tubi movie.
Okay. Also incorrect.
What?
Yeah. You're
sounds like
wrong, Matt.
Okay. Leave me alone, Steve.
It sounds like a show on the CW.
The movie itself, it's a fucking movie, but the movie itself definitely is a piece of shit.
It's just a beer, Steve.
Just a beer. Oh boy, that's 1 point for Bashline.
Whoa.
Taking the second
I
place
used
spot.
process of elimination. I would have said a movie, but you eliminated that.
What the fuck?
Wormwood is a movie,
Yeah.
but it's not on Tubi. It's sequel Wormwood Apocalypse.
Okay.
That's how they get you.
Tricks and treats, huh, Steve? It's Halloween
Yeah.
season.
Yeah. Wormwood Apocalypse, the sequel, absolutely.
Whatever
is on
benefits
Tubi.
me is fine.
These games are already hard enough, Steve, without curveballs. So
But yes, it is a beer, and it's from the Castle Danger Brewery. Ew.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a Vienna lager, and it's out of Minnesota. So, if you're in Minnesota, Castle Danger, check them out. Check it out, y'all. All right, Matt, you get our last one.
Oh, damn it.
The last one is No Way Out.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it is a movie, but it's not a horror movie. It's a funny movie to watch, but it's not a horror movie.
Depends on your perspective.
I'm going to say it's just a pay-per-view.
And that would be incorrect.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for playing, guys.
Yep.
Glad y'all came. It's fun. Thanks for the beers.
Bashline, if you get this right, you tie with Hop Nation, Adam. And Matt just loses at 2 points.
Just outright.
Yeah.
Well, he already just lost.
Right. Well, I'm just
Which
saying
is
you
all I
can
wanted.
tie for first.
Yeah, I'm good.
And you both can celebrate, and Matt can be sad.
I'm going to try to stick the dagger in and turn it and say his movie knowledge is bullshit. And I'm going to say it's all 3, Steve.
And tying it up at the very end,
Team Adam.
it is all 3. No Way Out, obviously, a WWE pay-per-view. And New England IPA from La Pirata, the brewery. And there's a whole bunch of movies on Tubi that are called No Way Out. There is one that's, I think there's 1 or 2 that are horror. There's one that's like an action.
Come on, man.
It's a pretty common title.
I couldn't give any less of a fuck, Steve.
Look at how sad and emo you made Matt over there.
So winning with 4 points apiece, Team Adam. It's just both Adams.
I want to say so many mean things right now, but and not towards Hop Nation, Adam. Just because you're gonna rub this in my face until we're back on this goddamn
Loser.
Look, I listen to the show and I know how many paces you put Bashline through.
What do you mean?
You definitely, anytime you have a guest, you have him go up
And
against
he
some.
wins a lot.
Travel.
He's lost twice.
Twice.
And you still put him through the paces.
I do.
All right. Well, you can take a little lumps when you come on somebody else's show.
How's that loss taste, loser?
Tastes like one of your beers.
Oh.
All right, I'm done with this game.
I don't mean that. Your beers are really good. I'm sorry. Subscribe at _Bruno on social media.
Also, why are you upset when you know he wins all the time?
Yeah.
No, I celebrate him when he wins.
I celebrate him.
I celebrate him. Just not right now because I went up against him. I don't like that.
Fair enough. That makes sense. But there you go. That's how you play. Is it a beer? Is it a wrestling pay-per-view? Or is it a horror movie on Tubi?
It's a good game, Steve. I'm sorry.
know.
I love that game.
Yeah, I know it is. I wouldn't play it if it wasn't good.
We need a board game version.
That would translate pretty well into a board game. I'm not gonna like a card game.
Yeah, at least part of a board game.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Patent pending.
Maybe that's something we should work on.
Hop Nation, the board game.
Well, maybe Hop Nation board game, or maybe just a board game that we can sell to breweries.
Ah, there you go.
pretty cool.
That's the ticket out of here.
Yeah. That's the ticket off podcast hell.
Podcasting. No.
We either have to assassinate Joe Rogan or invent a board game. So
He is going to spin kick the shit out of you.
I didn't say it was going to be easy,
We have tiny bullets.
but you have.
He's a small man.
He's a very small man. He's pocket sized.
Yeah. But you have to either take out the 1% to open up the listenership for everybody else, or just disrupt. You
I just
know?
want to choke out Dak Shepard if I could. If I take out.
Really?
But
I
like
don't like him at all. I don't like our armchair quarterback or the fuck that thing is. I don't like it much.
Yeah,
I just
I
don't listen
don't don't hate it, but like it would make Kristen Bell sad, and I like her. She's nice.
Yeah, she didn't do
I
anything
don't
wrong.
care about her feelings.
She's a nice lady.
I don't like Dak Shepard that much.
You sound like real sour grapes losing pants right now.
Yeah, I'm new Phantasm powder over here. Real sour grapes. Take it back to news, notes, and neat. Segment 1, baby.
You're more like news notes and beat loser.
Oh, good one. Jesus, Shakespeare over there.
Jesus Shakespeare. Those plays would have been much more boring if it was Jesus Shakespeare.
Jesus Shakespeare, Vampire Hunter.
That was hanging on the cross.
Yeah, thou tis.
Ouch.
Ouch. Well, what do you say we come back to this other batch 1000
By land grant.
by land grant?
Yeah, Lollygagger 7 Fest.
Yeah.
Yep.
LG7.
Yep. It's got the Anchos, it's got the Tamarinds, it's got the 11%. How's everybody like it?
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. It does have an extra level of sweetness that the first one didn't have. I find it nice. I was expecting a little more heat, even though it was just anchos. I was
Yeah.
expecting a little bit of something,
A little bit.
but it didn't have that.
Yeah.
But all in all, I enjoyed it.
If you goes to the big lots like I do, you can get a whole bunch of tamarind that's coated in ancho chilies.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I mean it's like a food that people like, and I like.
Well, I hope so if they're selling
Sounds
it.
good.
Yeah, which is why it obviously became a beer because it's like a thing that you can find out in the world.
Is that
And
like a regional thing or?
I think it might be a Southeast Asian
Okay.
like kind of thing that started there, but now it's
Now
just
it's in the Rust Belt.
yeah. Now it's
Hell
at Big
yeah.
Lots.
Yeah.
Where most things find their
I'm not a very worldly person. I knew nothing about this.
It's
Yeah.
in TJ Maxx too. Like it's be a Max Arista.
But yeah, Big Lots they got ancho covered tamarind, they got ancho covered mango slices.
Oh,
That sounds delicious.
I'm gonna do some shopping.
I'm into both. But yeah, becomes a beer, goes to Big Lots and comes to beer. And, somebody at this Land Grant Brewing went to Big Lots in Columbus.
It's like, ooh, that's an idea.
So that's a good treat.
Write that down. Write
Yeah.
that down.
That's kind of the cool thing too. Like you go to anything, you're like, I kind of like this. Like, make a beer out of it.
It's better than doing
Yeah.
an orange or tangerine IPA with fucking White Castle.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like it. I like this one too. Just want a little more pepper flavor. Not even
Yeah.
heat necessarily, but
No.
some smokiness, a little bit of that ancho flavor.
Yep.
Right.
But good.
It's obvious that's what hooked all of us.
Yeah.
Was that, and it just wasn't there. Like I think we all thought it was supposed to be.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yep.
Just a little bit of smokiness to break up the sweetness. Still a fun beer. Still good. I still like it. It's just missing that little something. Like the first one missing a little bit of maple. This one's missing a little bit of pepper. But the beers are good.
Just like you missed a little bit of your questions.
Shut up.
We're gonna watch No Way Out tonight. Just the pay-per-view and the horror movie.
Yeah, get your tissues ready so you can fall asleep later. Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, we can go to podiums of sorts. This is a head-to-head battle because it's two of the same beers of the same
We're
variant.
not gonna
from
hurt
the
a
batch.
brewery's feelings.
No, they're winner either way.
Yeah. I mean, you can still hurt a brewery's feelings by putting them third and saying how bad, another beer is.
Yeah. Could just be like they both suck.
Yeah.
Give them nothing like Matt.
I had 2 points, sir. I have nothing. I had 2 points.
We had 2 points.
You should be Team Adam, but you're not.
Well, my mom liked me better and she named me Matt. So
rank the beers.
not my show. Nice try.
But go ahead and rank the beers.
Yes, your guest go first.
I appreciate it, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve and Adam, for allowing me
You're
to rank
welcome.
the beers. Adam from Hop Nation, from Lollygagger 7 Fest. I'm going to go with I'm going to do the silver medal is going to go to the smoked maple imperial stout. brewed with maple syrup and oak smoked wheat malt.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. It was good. I'm gonna do the bronze medal. It's going to the chili imperial
wait,
stout
you're putting
brewed
nothing
with
in
Ancho,
first?
chili, and tamarind. And then for number one, I'm gonna go with the shot face from Bash
Oh.
because I love him so much.
What
sweetie
a
boy.
guy.
And you're
Sweetie
being
boy.
so mean to me, but I like your beer so much.
What a stupid loser you are.
And you can find that delicious beer at Brewing Up a Cure.
I'm going to push you off your skateboard on the playground, you wuss.
What a simp.
I'll still be your friend.
Easy over there, Simp Biscuit.
It's okay. Your slings and arrows don't fracture my large heart I have for you.
You should get that checked.
I did, and they say it's just full of love for you.
Damn.
But
Some of us
really,
can only
I-
be so lucky.
I did put the smoked maple above the Ancho because I was waiting for more peppery stuff from the Ancho. So I would put it that way.
Fair enough. I'll go next. I'm gonna kind of agree with Matt, just because I feel like if you're calling pepper, like pepper is like a real important thing. Like, why go out of your way if you're not gonna have? And I know pepper beers are divisive and people don't like them, and that's fine. You can not like them, but I love a pepper beer. So when you promise pepper, I better taste pepper. It's still really good, and it has a unique sweetness to it because of the tamarind, and it brings it up like it has, like Bashline said, it has like dark English barley wine notes because it tastes like a dark fruit that just brings it up to sweetness. But yeah, I need the pepper. Give me the pepper. The batch 1000 with the smoked is also good. They called maple, and I just simply because I smelled it. I didn't taste it.
It was present.
Right. So I got the smoke, like they call, and I smelled maple, but I didn't smell enough pepper. So it's just that one little thing that puts it over the other because, I mean, they're basically the same beer.
Yeah.
And in bronze, I'm going to put this Lake Hill. What is the name of this beer even?
It's not on there. It's just Lake Hill Brewing Company. There's no other information.
Yeah. It's just like a Lake Hill Brewing Company stout.
You can take a picture of it just crushed from Instagram.
They get negative points for not even saying what beer it is.
They don't have to stand behind a name.
Yeah.
They just stand behind the beer. It's that damn good.
Like Slipknot, they just wear masks. You know who's really singing?
Even they're numbered. Even Slipknot's numbered.
That's beer number 8.
Yeah. But the Lake Hill stout that we've been drinking on the side, I had a little bit of it. It's fine. I mean, it's just like a regular stout. It doesn't stand out like these other crazy shit that we had tonight. So, I mean, it's not a bad beer.
So the actual name of it is the Farmhand Milk Stout.
That's
Okay,
all missing.
Yeah.
there's no
Going on an
indication.
adventure.
I get a little bit of milk out of it.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you look at the label,
name,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing.
there's not even a hand.
And it's a PA brewery. I'm wondering how they get away with such a simple label.
I know.
I mean,
it's
that's
cool.
worse than Helltown. Like,
Yeah.
Helltown uses the same label over and over, but at least they put the fucking name of what they're
Right.
selling.
Right.
Buffy.
Even if you just like Sharpie it on there, like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
better than nothing.
You have to remember they're above I-80 and there's no rules up there.
That's also
so
true.
Yeah,
No rules, just right.
that's the line. That's the Wild West. up north.
Welcome to
We
the
get lake effects.
DMZ.
No, we ain't worried about your laws.
Get on out of here, city boy.
What you mean, badge?
You're kind of ain't welcome here, city boy. You take your fancy haircut and you get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you've been to Venango County.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to deliver auto parts there. Yeah.
And got the hell out as soon as you could.
And it was before they had breweries. So they were just, bouncing about,
Moonshine.
doing their
This
thing.
is
Yeah.
run by Moonshine.
Mhm.
Tickle was up there just making the shine.
Bashline, how do you rank these beers tonight?
So in the silver medal spot, I'm actually putting the smoked maple version of the stout we had. Because it promised smoke and it promised maple, and I got my hopes real high, and then it didn't really deliver enough on either of those. But on the flip side, in the gold medal, I'm putting the Ancho Tamarind because I learned what a tamarind was today, and I really enjoyed it in this stout. And mainly what you said, the dark fruit brought me to like an English barley wine spot, and love it.
Right on. Hop Nation, Adam.
Oh, and in bronze, I'll put Matt because he got third place.
I knew it from a distance. I saw that coming. Dude, stop! It already hurts. It's cool. Like,
You know so much about all three of those things you lost.
happy Halloween, Adam. That's so nice. Love you too. So, Adam from Hop Nation, how do you rank? The
Oh,
beers?
thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I am going to agree with the co-captain of Team Adam here. I am going to put the I'm going to put the pepper beer in gold. I found the sweetness of it a little more appealing than what was on the maple version. I mean, it was good. It was a fine beer, but I found the sweetness just a little bit more appealing. I do wish there was more pepper. That would have made it far and away a gold medal winner. But it was kind of close. I like them both, but pepper's getting the nod.
Sure.
And Matt, I'm not going to say anything.
No.
Because nobody ever talks about the losers. So
Okay, that's cool. All right. I could beat your ass if I had the flu.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, you're right.
I won't, but I could.
You got aggressive real fast, like you hurt your feelings.
I took enough shit on this podcast.
That's the line.
Matt is like 3 seconds away from that crying nerd rage. Shut the fuck up!
My mom bought me this shirt.
You don't fucking say that about me!
I built this PC by myself. Why are you touching it? Don't touch it.
Oh my goodness.
I always have a good time on this podcast.
As well, you
time.
should.
Yes.
And that's why we always have you back,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
your
thank you.
guys are a good time.
That's
to
right.
have.
And thank you for being a good sport.
Oh, absolutely. It's always fun.
Why else would we bring the number 10 podcast back to the...
Yeah.
or what'd you guys come in? 10, 8? Did they tell you?
No,
they
they
didn't
didn't tell us. We didn't come in the top 3, of course, but we did come in the top 10 in Pittsburgh. So that was pretty cool. So,
Right on.
yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
That's a feat in and of itself.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. We beat it was like 50 podcasts or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
When it started off. So
Yeah,
You don't
guys-
always finish in last. It's cool.
no, it's cool. I don't always finish the last. No, it's
You're on that podcast. You can't.
That's probably why we did so well.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. Matt does a lot of work on that podcast.
Adam writes, produces.
No, Matt
edits.
doesn't. I show up and try not to be drunk.
I mean, in all fairness, I think we both raced to see who could be the drunkest first in the second half of that podcast.
But I mean, we're talking about it. Why don't you promote it? Let everybody know where they can find it.
Well, I appreciate that. So thanks again for having us on. It's always a blast to be on the Hop Nation, guys. We are at Decayin WTB on the 4 major platforms of social media. It's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We have our Gmail, decayinwtb@gmail.com, Redbubble, where dad hats are always $19.52. Don't forget to follow us to make sure you get updates on new episodes dropping on our YouTube channel as well, and give us some subscribers and hit that notification bell so you can get all those clips and full episodes.
Yeah, I'll definitely say go check out the YouTube, because you guys do. I mean, especially last week, you did some pretty good visual jokes.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
But
I'm a juggler now.
But yeah, I mean, you guys got the video element. Go check out the video element and you see what's going on there. You have anything else to promote, Bashline? I'm sure you do.
Bash_brew on Instagram. See what we got cooking up and what festivals we're going to. And speaking of festivals, once again, Bring Up a Cure this Saturday, the 8th. Get your tickets. Bring Up a Cure on Google.
Yeah, easy to find. Or Facebook. It'll
They
get
have
you
an
there.
Instagram. They have a Facebook. Yeah, they'll all get you to the ticket link.
Yeah, I get you there. All right. And if you want to find us on social media, search Hop Nation USA. That'll get you Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to listen to brand new episodes of the Hop Nation USA podcast every Friday, as you should, then search Hop Nation USA in your favorite podcatcher like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're on everything that starts with pod or ends in cast. We're on all those platforms. But if you're on one of them, leave a 5-star review, because
We are a 6 Crave Crate show, but they only let us get 5.
and that's a bigger crime than Matt calling Wormwood a bad movie. Fuck you, dude.
Terrible.
Did you see the sequel?
I saw all of them.
Dude, you're so wrong.
You're so wrong.
Again.
That's the end of the show. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you're so wrong. Those movies are so fun and camp.
I'm sure they are.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. I don't know with what.
Something.
Yeah.
There'll be beer.
Yeah. We're still like scheduling guests. There's like an amorphous like Bobby Nacho thing in the air that like we're talking about it.
Just a nacho mist out there.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's a nacho thought. And we're thinking about Bobby Nacho and he's thinking about us, and we just got to figure out what date.
I'll put it in his head and bring up a curious.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Like, hey,
Make sure you do it early.
I will as early as possible, or else I will forget.
Sure. But yeah, with all that in mind, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
All my juggalos and juggalettes.